Here's the hard truth you don't want to hear. Your wife might already be cheating on you. I know you're probably thinking, no way, not her. But trust me, you're missing the signs, and I'm about to show you exactly what you've been overlooking. These aren't the obvious red flags you've heard 1,000 times. These are the subtle, sneaky signs that scream, something's going on. So, if you're ready to find out what's really happening behind your back, hit that subscribe button, like this video, and drop your city in the comments. Let's see if you're really prepared to face the truth. Sign 1. The mysterious vanishing act. You've probably noticed her slipping away, right? It's subtle at first, just a few more errands and meetings that stretch longer than they should. At first, you brush it off. Maybe she's just busy. But then you start to notice a pattern. Her routine is changing. She's leaving earlier in the morning and coming back late. And when you ask about her day, the details are always vague. Just running some errands, she says. But something feels off. When was the last time she gave you a full story, without the rush? The worst part? She's more protective of her phone than ever. Before, you'd grab it casually when it was left on the table. No big deal, right? Now, she's locking it away, glancing at it when you walk by. If she's not texting, why is she so worried about you seeing her screen? This isn't a simple shift in habits. Something's not adding up. And let's not forget about the mood shifts. You used to talk for hours about your plans, your dreams, your future. Now, you're lucky if she even makes eye contact during dinner. When you do try to ask, she brushes it off with a quick, "I'm just tired," or worse, she gets defensive. You can feel her shutting you out, slowly but surely. But guess what? That's not the worst of it. The next thing you need to watch for is even more dangerous, and it could completely change the way you see her. Sign 2. The silent defensiveness. You've probably felt it by now. The sudden, sharp defensiveness when you ask her the most innocent questions. What used to be simple conversations are now met with hostility or frustration. You ask, "How was your day?" And instead of the usual, "It was fine, thanks for asking," she shoots back with, "Why are you asking so many questions?" Or, "You always want to know everything." This isn't just a bad day, it's something deeper. It's the emotional wall she's putting up, and it's built on something she's hiding. Guilt makes people act strange, and the more she's hiding from you, the harder she fights back. What's even worse is that the more you ask, the more she accuses you of being controlling, of not trusting her. It's almost as if you've done something wrong by simply wanting to know what's going on in her life. Before, when you asked her about something, she'd eagerly share. But now, everything seems like a battle. When you ask about her work, her plans, or where she's been, she reacts like you've just accused her of something terrible. "I'm not doing anything wrong," she might shout, making you feel like the bad guy for even caring. This defensiveness isn't normal. It's a classic reaction when someone's hiding the truth. The more she shuts you down with anger or guilt, the more she's protecting something. Maybe she's scared of you finding out about her secret, or maybe she's trying to convince herself it's okay. But don't be fooled. This isn't the worst part. The next sign will show you how far she's willing to go to keep her secret safe. And trust me, it's a whole new level of manipulation. You won't believe it when you see it. Sign 3. The social shift. Have you noticed her hanging out with a new group of people? Suddenly, she's spending time with a bunch of singles, or people you've never even met. You ask her who they are, and she shrugs it off with a vague, "Just some friends from work." But something feels off. This isn't just a casual social circle shift. It's the kind of shift that signals she's looking for something more. Here's the twist. Those new friends, they're not exactly people who have her best interests at heart. They're the type to encourage her to go out, to flirt, to get attention from others. You've probably seen how they look at her, how they encourage her to let loose when you're not around. It's subtle at first, but before you know it, she's getting swept up in this new world that has nothing to do with you. And then there's the way she talks about them. She lights up when she mentions their names, but when you ask more about them, she's evasive. It's not that she's lying, it's that she's deliberately withholding. You don't need to know everything about her new friends, right? But deep down, you can't shake the feeling that something's wrong. Now, here's the part you don't want to admit. It might not be just the people she's hanging out with. It could be where she's spending her time, and with who. I'm about to drop a bombshell on you about where those girls' nights out are really leading. Ready for the next piece of the puzzle? Trust me, you won't see this one coming. Sign 4. The closet transformation. You've probably noticed her change in appearance recently, haven't you? At first, it was just a new outfit here and there, maybe a little extra effort when you'd go out. But now, it's become a regular thing. She's always dressing up, putting more thought into how she looks, even when she's just running errands. Remember when she used to throw on those old, worn-out sweatpants or that oversized hoodie? Those days are long gone. Now, she's spending more time getting ready, styling her hair differently, and wearing outfits that scream, "I'm trying to impress someone." It's easy to brush this off as her just finding herself or getting into a new style. But let's be real. This is a shift that raises eyebrows. She's suddenly showing off more, buying clothes that don't match her usual taste, or even experimenting with makeup that's out of the ordinary for her. You start to wonder, who's she trying to impress? The more you think about it, the more it doesn't add up. When she's getting dressed up, it's often for the same errands or girl nights she doesn't tell you much about. Why does she need to look like she's going out on a date when it's just a simple grocery run? And when you ask, she gives you that line, "It's for me. I felt like doing something nice for myself, but here's the kicker." Why didn't she feel the need to treat herself before? This change in her wardrobe is more than just fashion. It's a clue. But don't get too comfortable just yet. The real story lies in what she's hiding underneath those clothes. And trust me, you won't want to miss what happens next. Sign 5. The silent withdrawal. She used to be your confidant, your emotional anchor, right? You could talk about anything, share your dreams, your fears. No subject was off limits. But now, it's like pulling teeth to get her to open up. Conversations that once felt natural now feel forced. When you ask her about her day, she's distant. You reach for her hand and she pulls away. At first, you might have thought she was just tired or stressed. But as time goes on, you realize it's more than that. She's not just avoiding physical affection, she's avoiding vulnerability altogether. You ask about your relationship, and she changes the subject or brushes you off with a quick, "I'm fine." It's as if you've become a stranger, someone she no longer feels the need to connect with on that deeper level. Now, take a moment to think. When was the last time she came to you for comfort? When did she last share something personal? Because let me tell you, that emotional distance isn't happening by accident. She's pulling away, and you're not the one she's turning to anymore. Here's the kicker. It's not that she doesn't care, it's that she's found someone else who's filling that emotional gap. Someone who listens, who makes her feel seen in a way you no longer do. See you in the next video.